markers. Oh, dear Lord. I told you I was narrow. It's alright. I meant for that to happen. I wanted to go closer to the assembly building.
Hello folks and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Max Thrust RC, and once again I'm joined by my lovely wife.
Hello.
And what are we doing today?
Attempting to do my first solo
Yes,
circuit thingy.
that's right. So the whole aim of this series was to get Kelly to do her first solo. So today we're going to have a look at circuits and culminate in her first solo. So she's had a look at a diagram, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand upwind, crosswind, downwind, base, final, and what they all mean.
I understand as much as I can.
Okay, fantastic. So we thought would be a great idea is not only for her but for you guys as well, if you're interested, to demonstrate a circuit. So I'm going to fly us a circuit, talk through what I'm doing as and when I'm doing it, and yeah, come back and we'll land and then Kelly can have a go. So
Don't forget one important thing. What is this for?
your sim wings.
No, sim use only.
Oh, sim use only. Yes,
Not
guys.
for real life.
That is very true.
Thank you.
She makes a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is just for home sim use only, so do please bear that in mind. Right, so the parking brake is on. We'll turn that off and let's go. So we start with our takeoff and we'll need a bit of right rudder here. So get back onto the centre line, bit of right rudder, and the airspeed's increasing and T's and P's are in the green. Maintaining, we're looking for 55 knots. At 55 knots, which is here, we'll gently pull back and get flying, and we're in the air. Looking for 70 knots to climb away. So let the speed get up to 70 knots from about there, and we shall climb on runway heading. I'll trim it out so it's nice and stable. And we're looking for about 300 foot, and at 300 feet we'll retract the flaps. So at 10 degrees, 300 feet, we'll now select the flaps up, and they are now up. Speed wants to increase, nose wants to come down a bit, so we'll pull back on the stick a little bit more, maintaining runway heading. And then once we get to 500 feet, which is right there, we'll do a 20-degree left turn, maintaining 70 knots in the turn as we do it, and it's a 90-degree turn. So we'll be looking for a heading of roughly 240 degrees. I find 250 actually works quite nicely. So that is around about there, and we'll level the wings, maintaining 70 knots. Continuing all the way up to our circuit altitude today, which is going to be 1,000 feet. So we're now currently on the crosswind leg, approaching 1,000 feet. We will then level off, and as we're leveling off, we'll turn onto what's called the downwind leg. So that's going to be another 90-degree turn. The speed's increasing, so attitude power trim. Put the attitude down, we're level. We'll now reduce the throttle. And looking for a heading of around about 160 degrees here. So that's going to be about there. And then we'll trim. Now we're in level flight. And we'll get ourselves sorted on the downwind leg. Now the downwind leg gives you quite a bit of time. As you can see, we've got the runway out to our left there. So we're heading down to what's called the base leg. Now the base leg you'll want to start when the runway threshold, which is right here, is at about sort of 60 degrees behind you. Just concentrate on what I'm doing. And yeah, and then that should give you a good spacing for your final approach. So what we've also found actually, if you're flying around the Kennedy Space Center area, is by the vehicle assembly building, there's a little canal right there, and when you're what's a beam, that which is basically when you're parallel with you, is when you start your base turn. It seems to work quite nicely actually. So waiting for that. It's coming up. Look at that beautiful sight. And looking out to our left, so it's coming up right about now. We reduce the throttle to idle, let our speed come back as we maintain 1,000 feet, let the speed get into the white arc. Once in the white arc, take one stage of flat and 2 stages of flat for a heading of about 060 degrees, roughly about here, setting about 1500 RPM and letting the nose come down for a 70 knot descent. Look out, we're now on base. This is called a left base, and then we'll shortly be making our turn onto final. So maintain about 1500 RPM and 70 knots. Okay, about now we turn onto final. Try and judge the turn. So we come out on the extended centre line, always easier said than done. There we go, you see we've gone past it a bit there, but that's okay. Alright, so we'll get back onto the centre line. And now we're on final. We'll take our last stage of flat and we'll let the speed come back to 65 knots. We're back on the centre line and we're on a good glide path. Now we just fly it down onto the runway. Which is what we did in the last lesson, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
You did a good job. So this bit is the most fun bit. So we're maintaining our aiming point. Trying to maintain 65 knots, so the speed's got a little bit low there. And if you can trim it out, it makes your life a lot easier. There we go. So we're looking pretty good there. Those 1,000-foot markers, which is the big white blocks. Come down, and we'll just gently reduce the throttle to idle. And we'll flare. Hold it off. Flare, flare. Looking at the end of the runway to judge the touchdown. And we're on the ground. Needs a little bit of right rudder. Maintain the centre line. And then we'll brake. And we'll come to a stop. And that is a circuit.
As easy as that, eh?
As easy as that. But I know you're going to do a better job. You won't go through the centre line on your base to final turn. You'll be perfect.
What's the centre line?
The centre line of the runway.
I don't like the centre line.
The English side of the runway.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, so are you ready to have a go?
Yeah.
Alright, well, run through a few of these and then when you're happy with it, have a go at your first solo. Awesome, guys. Alrighty, folks, so who's in the pilot seat?
Me.
Yes.
Call it the hot seat.
In the hot seat. And you're ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go have a go at your first circuit. So, we're going to go full throttle and we'll maintain the centre line.
We're not going to maintain the centre line, but we're going to try
We'll
and
do our
maintain the
best.
centre line.
So, full throttle. And you'll need some right rudder. That's it. Lovely. So we're looking for 55 knots.
There?
Yeah, and rotate. Lovely. And then we want to climb out 70, don't we?
So I need to put some... No, what do I do?
Just a bit nose down. Just a little bit. And then 330 as well, so you run right in.
sorry, there are many
70,
things to
so
think
now
about.
we pull up a bit, just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. I think 70 knots. Lovely. Level the wings. Nice. So speed's coming down a bit.
Can we do what?
There you go, you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
So 300 foot, flap up.
That one?
Yeah. Here we go. And maintain your 70 knots. So pull back.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Why is it not? Oh, it's
And
not
500 feet, turn left onto heading of 240. And maintain 70 knots. So you need to pull back on the stick a little bit.
Ah.
There you
What degree am I going to?
go. 24. So the 24 on there. 25 if you want to be really good.
The speed is really high again.
Just pull back a bit and level the wings. Keep the climb going. Now come up 1,000 feet, so put the nose down.
Oh.
Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, fair enough. That's it, 1,000 feet and then turn left onto heading 150. And bring your throttle back, so just do it with your ears. It's sort of what it feels right. That'll do. So watch your altitude just climbing slightly, so the attitude just lower the nose slightly. That's it. And level the wings about there. 160 works really well. Now, do you think you can trim?
Nope. I'm going to do it the wrong way though.
Have a go.
I'm pushing it down, so I need to go that way.
Yeah. So just doing
How do you
little
know?
stages. That looks about right. So now if you look to your left, there's the runway. So now look ahead again. Perfect.
Oh, the trimming is nice.
Yeah, see, it makes it
Oh
much
no,
easier.
it's going down a
doesn't
little
it?
bit.
Yeah. See, that's good. And we want it to go down a little bit, didn't we? So keep the wings level. It's just turning right a little bit at the moment. And look to your left. So we're looking for that canal, aren't we?
Yeah. I'm a bit high.
Yeah, if you want to go down to 1,000 feet again.
Should I take any speed off?
No,
Throttle off?
don't worry about it, not for that amount. So turn right just a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, just a tiny. No, right, that's left.
Oh, sorry.
Just because otherwise we get too close to the runway. So look for your canal again.
Oh, there it is.
Nearly. And look left again. That's about it. So now idle power and turn left and maintain 1,000 feet. So turn left. You'll need some back pressure as well on the stick. So turning left. And you're in the right arc, so you can take your first stage of flap. You just pull the nose up just a little bit. And take your second stage of flap. That's it. And now a little bit of throttle on. And we can have the nose go down just slightly. That's it. It's a little bit too much. Slightly nose up. Now look left. Okay, there's the runway. So now start turning left again.
Already?
To line up with the runway. About 30 degrees of bank. So a little bit more.
Is that what that line is?
Yeah, the big line. There you go. And level the wings and take some throttle off. Like now you're just doing what you were doing in your last lesson. So now we can take the last stage of flap. I'll help you with that.
Thanks.
65 knots. And we fly it down to the runway. Job than I did.
feel like I'm fighting against the plane a little bit because I think it's trimmed to want to
Just keep doing what
do
you're
something
doing.
opposite to what I'm doing.
So keep the nose coming down.
I'm on the wrong side of the runway.
Don't worry about that. Just keep the nose coming down because you do level out at this sort of point. And when you're ready to reduce the throttle, then get ready to judge the flare. And gently flare. Left.
Ah,
It's a good flare, and then let it come back onto the runway. There we go. And then when you're ready, brake. Hey, for a first effort, that's pretty blooming good, I'd say.
well, the connection loss thing threw me.
Yeah, no, you did well through that. That was unfortunate. Hey, high five.
High five.
Yeah, that was a good effort. So, I tell you what, if we land sort of more on the runway, then that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
And we could call that box ticked, I reckon. Should we have another go?
Yeah.
Awesome. Almost say what you're expecting your next step to be.
I'm too fast, so what am I meant to do? Put the nose up and do the opposite to what I'm meant to do.
Nice.
And then I'm too slow, but now I need to turn. It just all happens
It
at
does.
once.
Yep. It does. Nice.
And then when I get to 1,000, do I reduce the throttle slightly or not?
No,
No.
level off first. So remember, it's attitude, power, trim when you're leveling off. So we go attitude.
Yeah.
Now start turning. Just keep the nose down because you're climbing now. Power.
Now I'm starting to descend.
So, get on your
Ah,
heading.
wrong way, sorry. I was trying to level
That's
the
it.
wings, but went the wrong way.
No, that's fine. You're on the right heading. You need a bit more power, and you need to push the nose down. And this is where trimming. This is your time. You've got all the time in the world now to trim, and you'll make your life so much easier. Left. There you go. Idle. Turn and maintain the altitude for your speed to come back. In the white arc. 2-stage flap. So you let your nose come down too much, now we're descending too fast. Put a bit of power on. Keep turning.
Where am I turning to?
060. And now level the wings. Look left. Okay, cool. Look left. Okay. Keep going straight. Keep the nose up. You only want about 400 feet per minute rate of descent. Again, like if you trim, it'll make life look easy. And then look left. Okay, now I'd say turn now. Okay, and level the wings. I told you too early. Look at your speed.
I don't know what I'm
Take
doing.
the speed off, throttle back, all the way off until you flat. Gets all done. Yeah. Now land.
I've lost what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do.
I don't.
It's a bit low, aren't we? We like the right side. Nice. Yeah, if you can just get it more in the middle of the runway, then we'll be fine. Right, guys, so here we are back on the runway again, and we're going to go for another circuit, and I'm going to try and intervene a lot less on this one, because I think Kelly's really got the hang of it now. So let's see how we do.
Is my parking brake on? Have I not taken it off?
To know.
No.
Ooh.
Then it makes me climb really fast.
Down, push the nose down, get your attitude.
And then turn.
And
Am I
take
not-
the power off.
I was gonna say, am I not going too fast? It all happens at once. You're like,
It does
"Ah!"
in the circuit. Yeah, that's what all our training's been for up to this point, so you can cope with it.
Well, I haven't exactly had that much
And that
training.
heading.
So I've started climbing again.
So we want to keep that nose up a bit, don't we?
Up.
Yeah, keep the altitude. See, and then that speed starts coming back. So you need more back pressure, and you can take your flaps
Oh.
and
2.
level the wings. Level the wings.
Oh,
Level the
hang on, I
wings.
can't do it all at once.
So you need to turn right again a bit now, because if you look left, you'll
Oh,
see
yeah.
it flying towards the right. So put your nose up. Get more throttle on. Look left. Right, there's runway. Turn left again. Onto the runway.
Yeah, this last bit is
Yes,
hell.
it is. It's the most difficult part. There we go. Nice. So you get a bit faster, aren't you? So you got too much throttle in. And then when you're ready for your last stage of that, that's it.
I've nailed pushing that though.
Yeah, and now land. There we go.
Oh, wrong rudder.
Nice. That's a really good effort.
Look at that centre almost line.
Nice. So yeah, you're just starting the flare a little bit early there.
Yeah.
Just getting a little bit ground shy. So start the flare a little bit later. Because then otherwise you see there you're sort of holding we're a bit above
Yeah.
the runway, and then your speed bleeds and then you just sort of
Yeah.
fall onto it. So it's just about, again, it's probably the hardest part of landing is judging the flare correctly. Other than that, amazing job. How do you feel?
The takeoff bit fine, the turning bit, crosswind bit fine. Even though it's not perfect, I can kind of get it back because I have the time to get it back. But when you're on base, turning onto final,
And all
that is
the
there's
downwind onto
everything going on
base
at
where you're
once.
slowing
Yeah,
down,
so it's on there.
configuring, and then yeah. It's that I'd say it's the downwind to base turn where you've got all that stuff going on, and yeah, there is a lot to do, but you're dealing with it all right.
Yeah.
Fine. All right, guys. Right. Next time we come back, it's gonna be solo time. Dun, dun, dun. Right, here we go. This is what this whole series has been building up to. Kelly is gonna do her first solo. How are you feeling?
Terrified.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna nail it. And guys, oh, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I know the theory of all of it. It's just put it into practice.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And guys, like to add to the realism, I'm gonna leave the room as well.
You
So
can close the door.
So you'll be left just with my lovely wife. He'll
So
take you
you're
on a
gonna
lovely
hear
scenic
silence and just a load of
a lovely scenic flight around the Kennedy Space Center. Okay? So, best of luck. Right, guys, I'm going to take my headset off. Here we go. Pop that down there. And best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side when I can give you your lovely sim wings. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm leaving.
Bye.
I'm leaving the room.
Bye.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Are you gone? I take that as a yes. Lord help us. Well, I'm much further over than what I was expecting to be right this second. And far too fast. Now far too slow. Oh, there's a theme. And overbanking. So at least I know what I'm doing wrong. Now I need to climb up to 1,000 feet. Oh, I've overshot 240 though. Hang on. Right, I'm at 1,000 feet. Just want to do that. And I want. Oh, now I'm diving. This is going very well. Well, I'm not diving. I just bank too hard. That sounds wrong in every way, shape, or form. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. Let's try and get up to 160 and try to trim the thing. Where are we? We need to come over a little bit. Let's try that. Straighten my wings up. Still wanting to climb. What's that like? She still wants to climb. Where are we? Okay. Well, she wants to climb a lot. Stop climbing. Oh, this has gone. No. Oh, that's there. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be very narrow, but let's have a look. My palms are sweaty. This is when it all goes horribly wrong, so let's all pray. So, 80 knots, I want to press the button twice. Okay. And then I get to there, put the throttle on. There's the rocket. Okay. Where's the runway? Where's the runway? Oh, there it is. Oh, I've overshot that runway big time. Oh, this is going to need an absolute bloody miracle. Because, oh dear Lord. I told you I was narrow. It's alright. I meant for that to happen. I wanted to go closer to the assembly building. Oh dear Lord. Right, don't overspeed your flaps. It's alright. We're okay. We're not dead yet. Right. We might be a bit high, but the runway is humongous. We'll be fine. Oh, let's go that way a little bit. Maybe that way a little bit more. That way a little bit more. Hope you don't mind the turbulence, folks. I can't get this thing lined up. Come on, baby. Right, it might not be right on the centre line, but it will be there-ish, alright? Right. Reduce that, and this is when it normally all goes wrong. Come on. Get on the ground. Thank you very much. Right rudder. And brake. And right rudder a bit more. And we've braked. We're done. I got on the ground. Oh, that wasn't the plane falling over, that was the
I was watching it from the ground. It looked like you overshot a little on the base turn, but you recovered
but I
it
predicted
amazingly.
that. I predicted that when I looked down and I went,
That
oh, it's a bit narrow.
awesome,
I don't have to try
guys.
words.
Massive round of applause. That was brilliant. That was so good to see. That was amazing. How'd you feel?
Yeah, good. I like I said, I knew I was a bit too narrow. I knew I was too close to the runway, so I kind of expected that. Like when I looked down, I was like, "Where's the runway? Oh, the runway is literally there. You probably should have turned about 10 minutes."
No,
ago.
that was so good. Well, guys, I'm about to present Kelly with her sim wings. Here you go.
That's a pen, but thanks.
It's close enough. Fantastic. Wow, that was awesome. Really well done. That was so good. Well, guys, I really hoped you enjoyed seeing Kelly go from virtually zero experience to being able to take off, land, do a circuit, and I mean, what a great landing. That was probably your best landing that you've done, I reckon.
Yeah.
That was so good.
She was a bit floaty.
That was brilliant. No, that was so good. Well done again. So, guys, that concludes this little mini series of teaching Kelly to fly. Now she knows how to fly in flight sim. I just want to reiterate again, everything that this entire series is obviously for home use only. But I hope you guys might have learned something from that. Did you learn anything from that?
I learned how to kind of fly a plane.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Well, guys, if you want to see more stuff, and of course the lovely Kelly can now join in as well on my channel, do please hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon as well to get notified when I upload a new video. If you liked it, and I think for that effort you've got to like it, don't they?
Uh-huh.
What do they have to do?
Like it.
Like it, and
Yeah.
they click
The bell.
the bell. Well, no, the thumb.
Oh, we already done the subscribe bell thing.
we did.
Oh, wasn't this?
That's okay. That's okay. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see you again next time on Microsoft Flight Simulator on Max Thrust RC. Bye.
Bye.